Business of Drag and Me with your host, the wonderful Braden. We'll talk about taxes, we'll talk about business, we'll talk about life. Spill the tea. See you there. Ow, whoa.
I'm Bombae. I grew up in a country called India, but now I live in a tiny city called Toronto. Bombae is talented. She's a club kid. She's a supermodel. She'll do whatever it takes. She'll jump in front of a car for a good show. She'll jump down 7 flights of steps for a good show. When I perform, I'm scaring my audiences into hoping that I have health insurance. And because in Canada, that is free.
Thank you, DJ, for playing my song. Say,
All right. Hi, Bombae. How are you doing?
I'm good. Bombae from TV recently eliminated Queen of Canada's Drag Race Season 3.
We are sad to see you eliminated, but happy to have you here on YouTube
Thank
and on
you.
the Business of Drag, of course. We're going to start with a really quick lightning round of questions. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Okay. Tea or coffee?
Red Bull.
Okay, cool. All right. I like that. You have the night off of work performing. Are you staying in or going out?
I'm staying in.
Okay.
Never leaving the house.
I feel ya. What's your favorite season of Drag Race other than your own?
It would be Season 1 of Thailand.
Okay, wonderful. Aside from someone who you might consider a close personal friend, who did you root the hardest for on any season of Drag Race? It's like, who are you the biggest fan of?
I am the big Dino Bags, Season 1.
Okay, beautiful. And then favorite month of the year for drag?
Winter time.
Winter time. That's what everyone says, winter. Even in Toronto, it gets pretty cold there, doesn't it?
It's fine. We'll take it. We'll
Okay.
take it. You can, yeah. Winter time for sure.
All right, awesome. Okay, let's say that you go back on Drag Race for All Stars and you get to do a family makeover challenge, and your family member is me. What would my drag name be?
Baby.
Okay, I like that. All right, Baby it is. What is a question you wish people would stop asking you?
Are you Priyanka?
Have you actually gotten that question before?
We did a gig on Sunday, and someone came up to me and was like, "We have so much in common." And I was like, "What do you have? What do you mean?" And she's like, "My name's Priyanka too." And I was like, "Okay."
And did you mean Paranka? And no, that's not me.
No, I run with it. I asked them to take a picture, and then they tag Pri on Instagram, and she gets it in her inbox, and she's like, "Oh, he's done it again."
Okay, that's you. The two of you do not really look alike, but that's interesting. What's a question you wish people would start asking you?
When am I back on Drag Race?
Okay, I like that. Okay, great lightning round. You nailed it. A+. A little bit about Drag Race. I feel like, just from an outsider's perspective, that since the beginning of the season, really since cast announcement, you've been a bit of a fan favorite. Are you feeling the love on social media?
Absolutely. It is insane. Like, people, I go on Instagram Live for like 15 minutes, and people take clips of it and run with it and do things on the internet, and I'm just like, it is my dream come true. Complete dream come true.
Since this is the Business of Drag podcast, we get into the finances a little bit, which is fun.
Mm-hmm.
Have you already started getting the checks from Facebook for those Instagram lives?
No, not yet.
Are you verified?
I'm verified on Instagram. We're still inching away towards Twitter, and yeah, so we'll get there. But no.
Okay, that's something I talked to. I interviewed 𝗂𝗓 on the podcast, and we talked a little bit about that because 𝗂𝗓's like popping off on TikTok, so I think she does
All
a lot
the
of
time,
lives.
yeah.
Okay, beautiful. What's the number one thing you've learned from the show?
Number one thing I've learned from the show. Don't rush into things. Like, on the show, I was like, I'm gonna give you 150%, all of it, and then watching how things went, I'm like, maybe you should have just give it 100. Like, spend time, think of what you want to do, be more intentional about it. Because I was like, let's go, we're on Drag Race, come on, boom boom. That was my energy, and I felt like we should have just been a little more refined.
Yeah, well, they don't give you like a whole lot of time, do they?
Absolutely not. And there is so much to do. Like, audition, like getting ready for Drag Race itself should be a maxi challenge.
Yeah. I would watch that. I think the thing is, some people might think like give you more time, but it's, it's reality TV. It's a pressure cooker environment. Watching people composed and controlled doesn't always make great TV.
No. Also, the amount of stress you'd have to be to seem controlled and composed is not worth it. You're losing your mind anyway. Might as well have fun while doing it.
Yeah, I see that. Okay, what's one thing you hope that people watching at home have learned, maybe about you or just about drag in general from watching the show?
I hope people. I think I speak about this a lot in confessional than in the moments I've had on the show, where a lot of people, when I spoke about women in drag, and I think a lot of women who do drag and who don't do drag reached out to me and was like, finally someone said this on TV. I hope people watching realize how much we owe women as drag queens or just as queer people. So I hope people take that. That's one thing I hope people learn. Another thing I hope people learn is that about like India itself, and everyone has this idea of what it used to be or what it is. And I hope I kind of change that view just a little bit in whatever way I could.
Well, you definitely are educating the children a lot on this season, because just from this past episode, I Googled what Holi, the Indian festival of color, was. Super fun. It made me think, have you ever heard of the color run?
Yes. Yeah.
When I was looking at the pictures, like on Wikipedia, I was like, whoever invented the color run definitely appropriated this from this Indian festival.
It is the original color run. It is the original Coachella. Like, it's all of that put together.
Yeah, looks pretty fun. I also Googled Bombae, which was apparently Mumbai before they changed the name. Is that where you got your drag name from?
So it was Bombae, and then they changed it to Mumbai now.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so that's I get my name from Bombae, the city, and Bombae Sapphire, the refreshment.
Nice. Okay, so this is not totally related to you, but I have to ask because I know that you're friends and she's not on the show. Is Fierce loving the name Long Georges, or has she like leaned in, or is she over it now?
She's leaned into it now. She's leaned into it now. She did not like it at first, but when she realized, like, she was like, well, I don't have a choice whether I like it or not. People are going to use it, so might as well, you're in for the ride. Might as well enjoy it. So
yeah,
she's
like
leaned into it now.
Lean in, make merch, all that kind of stuff. All right.
Yeah.
Speaking of merch, I'm curious, do you have plans to go to DragCon 2023 here in beautiful Southern California? Will I meet you there?
Maybe. Yeah. So we're doing DragCon UK, some of us from the season. We're still in talks to getting that confirmed, but we'll definitely be there for DragCon USA next year, for sure.
Okay, beautiful. That's like a 2-hour drive for me, so I'll drive up. We can hang out. It'll be fun.
Yes, please.
What kind of Bombae merch will we expect to see there? And maybe do you have any ideas on what your booth might look like?
I already know what my booth is going to look like. It's going, well, I don't want to spoil it, but it's going to be very fashionista. It's going to be like the cover. I want everyone to come to my booth. And when we take photos, I want them to feel like we're on the cover of a magazine.
Okay, cool. Can we get drinks while you're here for DragCon?
Absolutely.
Okay,
I'll get so.
Red Bull on me.
Boom.
Or vodka Red Bull, whatever you're feeling. All right, I'm curious. Okay, so you've had a lot of incredible looks on the runway this season. I'm sure you've been complimented a lot. I think you blew people away with your sleeves look, with your helium look for sure. Can you walk us through just like what the process is like when you get the call for Drag Race and you contacted the person who helped you with your helium look? Like what does that look like?
Sure. So Drag Race sends you a list of like runway themes. So for periodic table, they will like pick an element and you kind of like, and make a look. Pick an element and send us what you pick so we can reserve that element for you so we don't have multiples on the runway. But you aren't allowed to tell your fabricators what the look is for. So so when we were picking periodic table, I'm like, I don't want to do metals, I don't want to do gold, none of that, because you'll see that on the runway anyway. I was like, let's do something that people aren't expecting. Let's do helium, and let's do a really fun, like Jeff Koons sculpture kind of inspired outfit. And I sketched something out, and I went to this person called 𝗪𝗧𝗧𝗏 in Toronto who makes kinkwear. Like she makes like kink beds and gimp suits, and a lot of furries go to her actually. And I was like, hey 𝗪𝗧𝗏𝗏, I can't tell you what this is for, but I would like to commission this. And I sent her the sketch, and I'm like, it's based on helium, and she is also a chemist. So she was like, this is this is everything I've always wanted to do. And she turned it into her passion project. And then her entire team would come in on weekends and like it's all one piece.
Uh-huh.
And they would do like prototype tests and this is while I'm doing every other outfit. This is while I'm getting wigs made or heels bought. So I would go in for fittings and they would test one balloon. And they'd be like, okay, this works. And then they test the other one. And then we tested the breasts and the butt.
Nice.
And then eventually it all came together. And then she gave me a whole because latex can be very delicate.
Yeah.
So there was a whole repair kit. She's like, if you get on Drag Race and if you need to fix it there in your hotel room or whatever, this is how you fix it. It's like an instruction manual.
If you get on Drag Race, because for all she knew, you were like going to drag summer camp, right?
Yeah. And also like creators in Toronto, like it's Drag Race season before. So they kind
Sure.
of
They know. Yeah.
and
they know.
yeah.
Yeah. Bombae, is there anything you haven't mentioned yet that you'd like to chat about?
Oh, nothing. I don't have an agenda or something. Go for it. Whatever you have. Boom.
You did. So I thought that your commercial, did they call it a commercial? Your video was very
Yeah.
funny. I did laugh. I thought it was very funny.
I'm tall. I'm skinny. I'm trying. And I'm brown. I stand out from everyone, and you can too. With the Butter Chicken by Bombae eyeshadow palette. With shades like Taxi Driver and Go Back to Your Country, you'll be ready to immigrate and take someone's job in no time. It's made with spices white people can't pronounce, so you know it's good. Butter Chicken by Bombae. It's spicy. POC spicy. I just changed my idea. It is my brand. It talks about immigration, casual racism, but it's served with a side of humor. Basically, it's me in a palette. Brown, delicious, and not good if you're lactose intolerant.
Okay.
Particularly, it's made with spices white people can't pronounce, so you know it's good. What spices do you want to tell the white people about that we should pronounce a little bit better?
Oh, any spice that isn't salt and pepper, for starters.
I make like a really good chicken curry. It's pretty delightful. Of course, it's an appropriative like recipe that I got from a white lady, but I should branch out a little bit more.
There we go. Yeah. I remember when I said that and we came back and backstage Felix was like, you're going to get canceled so hard.
Why?
And I was like, what? Why? And she's like, Mom, I can't believe you said that. And then everyone, like, because we recorded in the studio and I was mic'd up so everyone could hear what I was saying even though they couldn't see it. We're like, why would you say that? And I'm like, did I black out and say something really weird? What is happening? And they were so concerned. And then when we saw the video, I'm like, that's what you were complaining about? What? No, Get out of here.
Yeah. No, I'm from Southern California where we branch out like a little bit more, or not, I'm not from here. I live here, but I'm originally from the Midwest, Indiana, and salt and pepper really is like the only thing they cook with there.
Right?
So I thought it was funny. Also with shades like Taxi Driver and Go Back to Your Country.
Also, the challenge was to create something around your brand, and that is my brand. That is like the kind of drag I do, which calls out on like things I've gone through.
Yeah.
Like I've been mistaken for an Uber driver. Someone told me to go back to my country. I'm like, I'm gonna put that into my art because it'll make people laugh, and the ones who get it, like you, will get it.
So what, like you're at a stop sign and people just try to get into the backseat of your car?
No, there've been times that I wasn't even, so I don't know how to drive. I was in the passenger seat. My friend had gone to pick something up and I'm just waiting there like on my phone and someone knocks on the window and I'm like, yeah, and they're like, open the door. And I'm like, this isn't even my car. Like, what are you doing?
Wild.
And they're like, oops, I thought you were an Uber. And I'm like, I'm not even in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
Excuse me, what's happening?
I can't even imagine. One more question. Do you have any plans to come to Southern California to do some gigs?
I would love to. If you know any producers, get us together.
Chad Michaels runs one of the local shows here, and she told me she would come on the podcast. So if I get her on, I will tell her to invite you down. I don't know how much pull I have, but that would be fun. I do know, I talked to Blair St. Clair about this, and she told me I'm sure Toronto is similar, but she told me the problem with LA and New York is there's so many local queens, they don't bring in as many people out of town. So it's actually easier to get gigs in a lot of the smaller cities, which I thought was interesting.
Yep, same thing for Toronto. Like we can travel to different parts of the country where people are like, hey, we want to see you, and we pull crowds out. But in Toronto, it's much harder. Yeah. That is weirdly true.
Yeah, it's interesting. So I want to make sure we have some time here to plug a little bit of your stuff. So I have a Facebook group called Braden's Besties. It's where people come and ask me legal and tax questions. It's super fun. But if anyone wants to become one of Bombae's besties, what's the best place for them to do that?
You can just follow me on Instagram. It's bom.bae. Instagram is where I put all my looks and all of this and that. But if you want to follow my train of thought, Twitter is where it's at. It's my Twitter is it's Bombae.
Beautiful.
And that's where I truly get unhinged.
Yeah, I created my Twitter like right before this year's DragCon, and then I started following you, and the cast announcement came out, and it's been highly entertaining. So definitely recommend people go do that. Bombae, if people want to give you money, buy some of your stuff, where should they go do that?
Oh, you can just my PayPal link is in my Instagram bio. So if you want to give me money just for that, that's great. If you want to buy some of my merch, you can go to bombae.ca. We have shirts, hats, and shirts and hair for now.
Okay, cool.
So
I might have to check out a hat. Okay.
Yeah, I think we have to wrap. But
Okay.
yeah, you are all set. I think thank you so much.
Okay.
That was great.
All right. Thank you. Lots of good stuff. Have a good day. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks
Hey,
so
Braden,
much.
thanks so much.
Bye.
Hi everyone, it's me, 𝗓𝗏𝗧𝗛𝗡𝗘𝗥𝗦 from the cast of season 12 of RuPaul's Drag Race. Do you need help doing your taxes? Of course you do. You're stupid, but you're pretty. You might be a drag queen and you can do dips and splits and all of that other stuff. You can grab $1, $2, but are you paying Uncle Sam? If you don't know how, you need help, and that's why you need Business of Drag. That's right, you need Business of Drag. Taxes are a drag. Tune in for help from a pro. All right, all you drag performers out there, taxes are stressful. We all know tax season. Taxes are stressful, stress causes wrinkles, and filler is not deductible. Hire us for help. You need it. You really, really do. Hey everyone at home. Ooh, there goes my titty. That is not deductible. Okay. Hey everybody, it's me, 𝗓𝗏𝗧𝗏𝗡𝗖𝗧 from the cast season. Hey everybody, it's me, 𝗓𝗏𝗧𝗏𝗡𝗖𝗧 from the cast season 12 of RuPaul's Drag Race, and I'm here to tell you that if you're stupid and pretty just like me, you might need help on your taxes, because taxes are a drag. But you need to tune in for help. Oh, motherfucker! God damn it, I got this wrong. Okay, one more time. Sorry. Hi everyone, it's me, 𝗓𝗏𝗧𝗏𝗡𝗖𝗧 from the cast season 12 of RuPaul's Drag Race. You guys, if you're like me, you're beautiful, absolutely gorgeous, stunning. People run down the street just to get a look at you. But you're also insanely stupid and not good at doing things like math or handling your money. That's why Business of Drag is here. Taxes are a drag. Tune in for help from a pro. Might I add, taxes are stressful. Stress causes wrinkles and filler is not deductible. No deductee. Hire us for help. You need it. Business of Drag! Pay your taxes. Pay your taxes. Pay your taxes. Or Uncle Sam will do a split on your throat, metaphorically speaking. Do your taxes.